Okay, we now have our guest joining us now to talk about, the recently concluded local government elections that happened in Rivers State. Our guest is Chairman, Rivers Civil Society Organization, and person of Enefa Georgewill. Good evening. Glad to have you join me on the news.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening. How is your own part of the country? For us, it's quite a troubling one. I hope you're hearing.
Very well. Thank you for asking. Let me begin by also asking, we have seen different, events unfolding following the election happening in Rivers State, gunshots here and there, violence attack at the Secretariat. What are your thoughts on this?
First, for us in the Rivers Civil Society Organizations, we are not surprised that our politics in Rivers State have always been like this. Politics in Rivers have always been a means of production. So rather than political leaders bringing development, progress to their people to see they want to do or die in the process. But we have not seen this level of, with due respect, madness, for lack of better word to use. This level of madness, the desperation of the current political gladiators is unbecoming. But on the specifics, for us in civil society, we want to put emotions or get personal. So look at the issues. What are the issues? The issue is that the government of the day set up caretaker. As civil society, we have said clearly that setting up a caretaker committee is illegal. We made it, the civil society leaders before us had said it during the days of Obio, to Amechi, even up to Wike. And we, as the current leader of civil society in the state, are equally asserting our position that formation of caretaker committee in a constitutional democracy like ours is illegal. Now, having said that, the government, in its wisdom, in collaboration with the Resident Electoral Commission, had set up the process for the conduct of election, and have indeed conducted election. So what is now the problem? What is now the issue? Are you saying the election is not free and fair? Okay. Yeah, are you saying that what really the issue? So it is that level of desperation.
Mr. Georgewill, if I may come in there, apologies for butting in, Mr. Georgewill. Talking about elections having controversies, people have, there seems to be discontent among other party members, and they say the local government elections conducted in Rivers State does not appear to be free and fair. There's been allegation of connivance of security agencies with, electoral umpires. What do you make of that?
Well, that is not the case here. In fact, in this particular election, the police clearly told us that they are not going to participate. And I am putting it on record that for the first time in the history of Rivers State, that we have held the election in Rivers State, and without the participation of the police, we had the freest elections. Whether the elections was amidst the tested time or credentials of a free and a fair election is another argument. But whether it was free, or whether it was peaceful, whether it was free from unnecessary interference, at least on the day of elections, that one cannot be disputed. And it goes a long way to show that possibly, the police have large role to play in the violence that we witness in election. So the question here is not about whether the elections was free and fair. The question was that people are saying that there should be no election in the first place. And the question and this begs for answer.
Mr. Georgewill,
what do you want?
Just to follow your train of thought, Mr. Georgewill, you talked about the police and also saying they have comported themselves properly in the conduct of this election, according to you. But some persons disagree with you on that, notion. They said the police...
No, please, don't misquote me, please. Don't misquote me. I didn't say the police conduct themselves very well. Okay. I am saying that police say they are not participating. They are not participating.
Okay.
They didn't participate.
Okay, on that note, Mr. Georgewill. Yes, on that note. On that note, I hear you, Mr. Georgewill. I hear you. So you've said that the police did not participate in this election process. But then some persons have said that the police security officers in Rivers State disallowed them from voting, from exercising their franchise. What do you say to that?
No. We observed. We set up. The civil society had our situation room that observed the elections. Maybe it's either you are misconstruing them or maybe didn't get them.
That's the report we had. I'm not misconstruing anything here.
No. Let me put in perspective so that we're on the same page. What the squibble is that, what the argument that those people are making is that in some polling units, police officers who claimed that they would be part of elections, that they are opposed to the elections, that the court said they should not participate in the elections, the same police officers on their own went to disrupt activities of a peaceful election that is going on. The people are not saying that these police officers were in connivance with the electoral umpire. No. The people are saying that you said you are not participating in this election. Go to what we are saying is that stay in your station or provide security for the state, don't participate in the election. But yet, the same police was seen disrupting the election, not rigging the election for anyone, but disrupting the election. And these are clear, and it's important we make these issues clear. It happened in Iwoji in Obio Local Government Area. It happened in
Mr. Georgewill, are you there? Okay, it appears. Mr. Georgewill, are you there?
Yeah, with you.
Yes, we lost you for a moment there. Just continue on your train of thoughts.
Yes. Look at the point that we are making. The point we are making is that the arguments are that the police said they will not participate and that they are opposed to the election, that the election should hold because the court said so, according to them. Even though there is a substitute order by the River State High Court saying that the election should go ahead, but the police pick and choose what they want to agree with. Then some officers, you know, on their own, not to rig elections for any party, on their own, went on a rampage to disrupt elections. These are the issues. It's important we are very, very clear.
Okay, let me bring another fray into the motion. Okay, I hear you, Mr. Georgewill. Let's also talk about people having discontent about the election, and they have said they will go to court and challenge the results of this election. What's your impression of that standpoint?
It is a constitutional right. And in fact, for us, this on this special rule, we only have some reservations about the elections. We had said that one, we think that 48 hours curfew was rather too much because shutting down the economy for 48 hours because of May elections. We have only raised the issue of INEC materials not coming on time. In most places, the materials came around 10 a.m. or more. We only have situations whereby, even though the formal security agencies like the police say they are not participating, would have expected RISEC to have set up other paramilitary and security platforms to protect our people. And then, of course, the use of tech. Yes, since you have the voter register, you can as well provide tech. You know, these are some of the things, some of the reservations we have had. And of course, we have only called for post-election tribunals, where those who have genuine cases can go to court and to contest these elections. We totally agree with that. We are not saying that the elections as it were on Saturday, we are free from manipulation. That is not the argument. The where we are and the point we are talking about those who feel that the election should not hold, even though the Supreme Court had said that local government elections must be conducted. Critical committee is illegal. Those who are saying that though their tenures have expired for several months ago, are still insisting on their local government chairmen. These are the people causing crisis in the state. That is the point we are making. We are not holding brief for the governor. Neither are we holding brief for the governor's party. I'm even, as it were, I'm even confused which one is the governor's party, because the governor's party is even not on the ballot.
So looking ahead, you know, forward-looking now, let's talk about, you know, moving ahead for Rivers State, you know, having elected, you know, local government chairmen. What should be their blueprints when it comes to dealing with issues in Rivers State?
Very well. Those who have been elected, pending when the tribunals either sustain their government or maybe replaces them with another party or another candidate. For now, this local government chairman should begin to implement their manifesto. But from our own end, we'll be saying that they should keep the cities clean, especially in the city centers. By that I mean the mayor and of course the local government chairman of Obio. Our cities are getting dirtier. So sanitation, which is one of the primary responsibility of local government, should be taken very seriously. We are talking about empowerment program. There is a lot of poverty, across the country and of course in Rivers State. So local government should begin to introduce tech in this world of data. Begin to introduce tech, both the software and hardware of it, and begin to get Rivers people involved. Then markets. Markets are one of the very important functions of the local government. We want to begin to see our local government, neighboring local governments come together, set up a very big and mega market. Collaborate with our funders to get us big and very good market. And of course, transportation, road and sea transport. We want to see, when we are growing up in this town, we see local government chairmen set up local government transport scheme to reduce the cost of transportation. All of these are no more. So these are some of the areas that we think that they should invest in. And of course, agriculture. We can't say this enough. If the local government chairman invest in agriculture alone, there will be so much job that will be needing people from neighboring states to come and get involved in the agricultural chain, from animal husbandry to fishery. Of course, we know we have a very arable land and seas that is very lucrative for agriculture. I don't know why lazy political leaders, lazy way of government have not made the local government almost near non-existence, and these are make people detached from government because that's the closest tier of government.
I wish we had more time. I have to, butt in there, but thank you so much, Mr. Enefa Georgewill, Chairman, Rivers Civil Society Organization. Many thanks indeed for your time on the news.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.